Getting ready to show you guys how I prepare my dinner, well, my lunch and my dinner. Talk a little bit more about it when I get into it. All right, so I'm gonna use this pan. It's a bigger pan, can hold more vegetables in it. So, and I have some vegetables that I need to go ahead and stir fry. Well, I'm not gonna say stir fry. I need to consume. I'm doing a stir fry as a way of consuming these vegetables. But I'm gonna show you how I'm going to do it. If you're tuning in, just understand vegetables are very important to you. If you're gonna cook the vegetables, you cannot overcook the vegetables. You wanna do just enough so that you can continue to get the nutrients from that vegetable, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to do that. Stay tuned. All right, so as you can see, I am getting everything prepared. So my stir fry, I have my cauliflower. Okay, so I have my cauliflower, I have my broccoli, I have my carrots in this bowl, and in this bowl, I have my stir fry, just broken down just a little bit more. As you can see, I have my peas and my beans. I have a lot of different vegetables here. All right, so as we get started, you can see all my veggies, my cauliflower, my broccoli, my carrots, my beets, because I am going to put some beets inside of there. Make sure I got those ready. I just came out of the refrigerator or the freezer. And then I have my tofu, which is my protein that I will need, because every vegan still has to have a certain amount of protein if you want to keep a healthy diet. All right. I remember I was at a restaurant and my grandson, when the guy put this on the grill and he was looking at it, he was like, "Abba, why your cheese is not melting?" I said, "Son, it's not cheese, it's tofu." So for anybody that don't know, this is tofu, and you'll see the difference once we put all this together. I'm gonna put it in this skillet here, and I am going to put some olive oil in it and put it on high for about 2 or 3 minutes. Then turn it down low so it can simmer for about 3 minutes. I keep my vegetables at a point where they are crunchy still. Although they're warm, they still have that crunch in it, because if it doesn't have that crunch in it, you're doing yourself a disservice, because it won't have the nutrients that your body truly need, okay? So we want to make sure that as we put our vegetables, as we begin to cook our vegetables, or I would say steam our vegetables, we don't want to overcook or over steam the vegetables, because it will take the nutrients totally up out of the vegetables. It's bad enough that when we put it on heat, it begins to do that, but we don't want to extract all the nutrients out of it. Okay. All right. So this is one of my meals that I prepare for dinner. So with that being said, I will begin the preparation of it and show you what it looks like. All right, so the beets are pretty much already cooked. As you can see, my knife goes straight through it. Now, I will say this is my first time doing the tofu. I would normally do this, but I'm using the tofu because I invested in a lot of it. I don't claim to be a cook, but if we don't begin to cook for ourselves or prep for ourselves, especially the foods that we know are beneficial to our bodies, then we'll always be guessing on what someone else prepares for us. This is a spouse or a significant other. All right, so let's begin. So we'll start off here. Let's throw it on high and let that do what it do. Throw a little salt and pepper. I'm a simple man, so a little salt and pepper does it for me. Pepper. Now, my wife did show me another way of doing this. She's not here right now. So I have to make do with what I know. And then sometimes just keep in mind, as we begin to do for ourselves, especially when it comes to cooking and feeding ourselves, there may be some ways of preparation that may work for you that you don't even know about. All right. So we're going to let that warm up a little bit, and then I get ready to throw the veggies up in there. All right. So keep in mind, this is my way of doing things. Put the tofu in first, because I want to get it to a point where it's somewhat cooked. So I put it back into this pan, and now we're gonna throw all our veggies in at this time. And I'm a simple man, so I do simple stuff. Pepper, garlic, salt. All right, as you can see, this is what it looks like. All right, so once this, I'll do about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna do about 2 minutes with this. Then I will turn my stove down to low, and I'm gonna throw the tofu on top of it and just bring everything together. All right, I'll be right back. All right, I think that's long enough. Throw this in here, mix it up a little bit, turn this down on low, throw this on top of it, and that's pretty much it. About 2 minutes, and we should be good. 2-3 minutes. I tested it out in about 2 minutes. If we need another minute or so, we'll keep it for another minute. But once it's done, I may throw a little soy sauce on there. Or you can season it however you choose to. But just keep in mind, if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic, and just trying to find different ways, healthier ways to eat outside of, first and foremost, you have to change from what you have done in the past and just identify a way moving forward that's going to benefit you and keep you healthy. So just understanding you have those that depend on you. If you're a person that have someone that relies on you, you want to make sure that you're around for those people. So my goal is to show the world how it can be done, because at times we are discouraged about our weight, a certain condition that we may have, and it becomes challenging trying to change from what you know. It's all about the mind and changing the mindset, and then knowing what's important, and that's your health and life. So hopefully this can help someone. I don't know if any of you followed me from when I first started. You can see the results. This comes from just working out and eating right, but it has been a commitment to this that has developed the habits that I now really embrace. And it's not something that I grudgingly do. I love it. I love eating the way that I do. I love getting up 5 in the morning, going to work out. I love getting up and just pouring into myself, into my mind, and then allowing it to come out and share with you guys from a spiritual standpoint. So this is something that I have embraced as a lifestyle. You have to get to the point that you love life. And at that point in your life, you'll start making the changes that's necessary to live. All right. This is what it looks like, and I am going to enjoy. Thank you for watching. And until next time, peace and prosperity.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. For books and other spiritual materials, visit www.noistore.com. See you next time.